Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it, y'all. Part 3 gang, y'all, let's get it. Like, share, subscribe to the show, let's get it. Let's go. Man, that was crazy, man. They took Lil Steez out. They took him out the pod, man. I was like, oh my God. I was like, he crashed. That's the only thing I could think of. I was like, man, that man did what having a small man complex so crazy that he crashed out on dude in the pod. I was like, that's crazy. And dude from his city. I didn't understand his motives behind this, man, except for him being little and having a problem with that with everybody, man. But nevertheless, he crashed out, man. So they took him out, man. So we remained locked down. So I guess they called out a couple of people that kind of like witnessed it, and they was trying to find out what happened, get to the bottom of it, to see who was really telling the truth about what was going on. So, man, I don't know who they had believed, but I don't know what had happened, man. All I know is they had let us out. They let us back out. This was right before we went to dinner. They let us out for rec. So everybody on the pod talk about the joke like, yo, this joke crazy, man. Lil Steve's crazy, man. What's wrong with him, man? Y'all boy wild. Man, he just wild, man. We don't know, man. As we saying that, the slide open up. The slide open up. All you seen is Lil Steve's come back in. You know, cell one right there. He was like, open up my door. Everybody was like, is that Steve? Like, oh, man, he back. So his homeboys pushed. They went over there. Steve was like, man, I ain't do nothing. That's why they let me go. But I ain't do nothing. So as they saying that, all you hear is, yeah, the police noise. You see the unit manager come in. He come in with the lieutenant. He walk in. He like, hey, let me get everybody attention. Let me get everybody attention here. Cut that TV down, man. Hey, look. Man, this dude 4'10". He's only 4'10", man. Leave him alone in here, man. This is the last time I'm telling y'all. Leave him alone in here, man. Everybody keep messing with this man because of his height. Leave this man alone in here, man. Everybody looking like, everybody keep messing with this dude because of his height. I'm like, it's the other way around. He keep messing with dudes because of his height, man. What is he talking about? So I'm just like, so the CEO, the lieutenant manager was like, look, leave him alone. That's all I'm saying. You mess with him, you're going down. You're going down. So everybody looking like, and I looked at his homeboys, and his homeboys were like, yo, see, that's why I don't be saying nothing to him, Weezy, because like, it's his life, man. I'm just trying to go home. And everybody, I'm like, yo, that's wild. I'm like, he locked in like that. They was like, man, he locked in. Like, they think because he that little, like, they give him kind of like dwarf privileges. Like, you know what I mean? They don't want nobody to, you know what I mean? Like, they just treat him different, man. And I saw it. Man. I promise you, man. I watched this man come back in the pod, man, and got back regular like nothing happened. He got back regular like nothing happened. He started back moving around, man. He started back moving around. And he started coming back out, going back around his homeboys, and they talked to him. And like, you saw what was going on, man. He was locked in with the unit manager, man. So he's back to doing his thing there. You know what I mean? There was nobody in the pod. He had to push some animosity at. You know, he wasn't just randomly doing it. He would pick out his prey and do it to whoever he wanted. It's like he picked me out. You know what I mean? Which was the wrong pick. He was picking the wrong person with me. That's why he's cool with me to this day, because he already knew the count, man. But like, he don't have nothing going on as far as pushing animosity as of right now. So he got back to doing his work. He got back to moving around and working and doing all of this. So it was crazy because homeboys kind of like, you know, they rock with him. They got his back. They don't want to see nothing bad happen to him, man. Like, I think they really felt like it was time for them to finally have a real serious talk with this guy. Like, I'd say the same thing. Like, somebody got to really be honest with this guy, because he's just going to keep running around. He's going to get rammed up on the wrong thing. And y'all don't want that to happen, man. Something bad can really happen to this guy. Like, he lost the fight to the little dude, to be honest with you. He just got his get back in the pod. But I'm like, somebody need to really talk to him. So, like, I guess that's what they did, because they really like had a conversation with this dude, all of them from their city, which one, like 4 of them, counting him. They all went in the cell and they had a conversation. And like, you seen all of them come out, there wasn't no la involved. I guess they just kind of wanted to talk to him in private, but you're seeing Lil Steez come out. Steez came out like that joint ain't affect him. He walked out the cell like this, y'all. He was like, he started scratching. I'm like, Can't nobody tell that man nothing, man. That man just gonna do what he wanna do because he got a little man complex. Like, he's going through this feeling like dudes that's bigger than him thinks they better. And that's what he goes through with his brain. So after they had the conversation with him, I don't know if it helped or not, man. But all I know is, man, Steve went back to being who he was. So now Steve's in the pod. Like, nobody never heard nothing of what happened to the young boy they fought or whatever the case. Nobody never heard nothing. I don't know where we got out the hole, went somewhere else. I never even seen the dude again. But Steve's came back out the hole and he's back moving around regular. Now that the lady come back to work, he's back down on her, being the worst dude that he is. I think she looked at him as being amusing. That's what I think it is, man. So like, I seen him kind of like, you know, like he tried to run the same play that he ran on me, kind of with his homeboy on some like, let me ball you up, like let me wrestle you to seat right in front of the lady and show that, you know what I mean? And this was a dumb tactic. I don't even know why he used to choose to do this, man, but I'm standing by the payphones. I see his homeboy that be messing with my homeboy. They standing up by the joint. I looked up, I just seen Steve come out his cell and straight, like football tackle him, kind of like dude went in a red line, like it's a red box by cell one that you don't supposed to be in that red line because that's in the space of where that lady with the shotty, she can go crazy with you in that joint. Like, you don't supposed to, that's unauthorized area. That's an unauthorized area. He tackled him into the joint. So dude like, he hit the joint. He's like, yo, come on, man. You seen little Steve was like, you know, Steve's had him up like this. Dude probably like 178 pounds. Dude wasn't no big dude. Dude in the air like, man, come on, Steve's, man. Steve's like, got you, boy. Yeah, got you. Yeah. Man, he's like, man, Steve, stop, man. Stop, Steve. Steve's like, Steve's put him down. The lady looking like, you gonna get tired of horse playing. I'm telling you, Steve, like, no, I'm just showing you what these muscles do. He pulled up his shirt. He was like, I'm just showing you what these muscles do. She was like, stop. She was like, you need to stop. He was like, no, look. So he get back talking to the lady. So the dude he lift up, he stayed over there talking to the lady. The dude he lift up is a light-skinned dude from this town. You know what I mean? Light-skinned, had the waves spinning. Looked like he was mixed a little bit, man. You know he looked like? He reminded me of the dude that used to play for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the one that's homeless now, Delonte West. That's who this dude from this town looked like. Word, yeah, looked mixed, but he was black. Light-skinned, had the waves, little funny eyes, paw. Regular dude from their city. So he up there the whole time with Steve's. And they doing the 1-2, you know what I mean? He done let Steve lift him up, do all of that. So they up there talking. So I don't know if Steve was really trying to run the play with him. I don't know what happened. But all I know, when it was lockdown time, I still seen the dude out there still talking to Miss R. He was still out there talking to Miss R. He was just still out there. She was just giving him feedback. And then you seen Steve come out. Steve came out with his, because he got to order wife beaters too. Steve's the only person that had white beaters too. Like, the other people that had white beaters is dudes that came from them level 2s that got them, they sneaked them in. They sneaked them on such too, because you don't supposed to have no white beater. Steve's come out, he walk into the ice joint to get some ice with his white beater on. He watching him the whole time. Dude right there by the office talking to him. Steve's like, he walked back to the cell with his bag of ice. Dude still talking to her. Word, when dude finished talking to her, he walked past Steve. Steve said, he's like, hey, Steve, what's up, man? He was like, I'm gonna holler at you when we come out. So I'm coming to the cell late. I'm going back up the steps. I pinned the whole thing. So we come back out the joint. I seen him hollering at Steve, you know what I mean? So I don't know what they was doing. But all I know is my man that pulled up on me, he was like, hey, look, stay word, Miss R trying to bring some lala, bro. I'm like, she trying to bring some lala? He was like, yeah. He was like, look. He was like, man, bro got her for real though. He was like, he got her for real. He was like, but the only thing in his way is Steve. He was like, Steve don't want no get no pat. He said, Steve think he gonna hump the lady. He was like, the lady ain't letting the little dude hump her, man. You know what I mean? He was like, but at the same time though, like she trying to do something though. You know what I mean? He was like, but Steve's just in the way. So I'm like, man, like y'all gotta get Steve to get out of the way then. I'm like, what's up? You need me for the la? He was like, yeah, look, can you get a zip? I'm like, yeah, I can get a zip. So he like, all right, make it happen. So we putting the play together. I'm like, all right, that's what it is. So I go back and tell my old homeboy, like, yo, you know, they say, old girl, so like, all right, bet. So like, I'm gonna put it together. So I go get on the phone, you know what I mean? I holler at my man. I run it down, you know what I mean? The first day I couldn't catch my man. So I couldn't do it that first day. But the second day I caught him when he got off work and he told me he had me, you know what I mean? So I'm like, look, I'm gonna get somebody. When I found out who gonna meet, you already know it's gonna be official. So just give me some time, you know what I mean? I'm gonna hit you back. So I had bro on standby. I had him on standby. He had a fresh zip of mid for me. So I'm like, yo, but just be on standby. So I got him waiting for me. So I look up. I see the light-skinned dude who look like Delonte West in the face. I see him. He talking to Steve like on some one-on-one. You can tell Steve's kind of like really thinking about what he's talking about. When you see Steve standing like this, that's the short man standing. He like this. He like, He just listening. Dude, like, you know, cause I don't know what dude telling him. Dude, this is what it is. This is what it is. So Steve's acting like he listening. You know what I mean? He acting like he listening. So when the conversation was over with, dude leaves Steve and go holler at my man. So when he go holler at my man come holler at me. He was like, yo, look, man, Steve said, man, look, he know he ain't never try to get her to bring the jank, man, but like he willing to help the team get it in. You know what I mean? He willing to help the team get it in, man. So like for real, like Steve say he gonna play fair. You know what I mean? I was like, that's what's up, man. I'm like, look, well, you know, I mean, he might as well fall in line. I was like, man, because he tore it around with him. I was like, but for real, she probably just ain't like him like that. She probably ain't want to mess with Steve like that because she probably was like, no, he's maybe a little guy. He's probably a little guy. What do I know, y'all? So boom. That's probably how she was carrying it with him, man. So like, that was the plan. So everybody was feeling good that the play was coming through. So I'm chilling, you know what I mean? So my man was like, yo, I'm gonna let you know what I mean, who gonna meet. He was like, for real, I think my people should go meet and gave it to her, you know what I mean? For your peoples ain't gotta meet. I was like, it don't matter. Like, as long as they come in, that's all that matters. So he was like, all right, that's a lot. So the lady was gone after she talked to bro. She was gone for a couple of days. They be off for a couple of days, then she come back. So Miss R come back. Man, I promise you, man, like, you know, like I say, Steve's cell is right there where she be standing at. Like, he sleep in cell 1. So the dude like Delonte West, he got her on smash. She did her round. After she did her round and came back and sat in that chair, you see him right there. He got her on smash. He's standing right by the office. Like, he right there. He got his back to the office, her chair right there. And he just standing there talking to her. Like, he's not looking toward, like, if he looked this way, he'll see the showers. And nobody used to knock her toboggan off that I knew of like that, you know what I mean? Because I don't know if she was letting people do that. But at this particular moment, nobody wasn't, you know what I mean? So he's standing there talking to her. He talking to her like, yo, everything's straight. So Steve's come out. See Steve's door open. Steve's came out that jump. This word in front of everybody. Steve was like, dang, nigga. Steve was like, dang, bro. How come every time I come out my cell, I see your face now, though? Dude was like, man, go ahead and Steve's with that, man. Go ahead with that, man. He was like, no, I'm just saying, though, man. Let the breathe. Everybody looked like. He said that walking away. So the lady was like, she called his last name. She was like, Steve, what you just say? He said, man, I ain't say nothing. She was like, she looked at him like, and she gave him I seen her, she looked at him, and she gave him the same pass that we be giving this little ass, y'all. We ain't gonna touch him. So boom. Everybody except me. Y'all already know what I did. I broke the rules. Like, I don't care if you 4'5". God dang it. Like, you better watch your mouth. And that's how I carried it. Like, old girl, Miss R, she looked like she wanted to take it there with him, but like, you know, because he called her a B, you know what I mean? Like, in front of the pod. So, like, she just kind of looked at it like, you know, like, he might be jealous. And, you know, this is how she's supposed to look at it. He got to be jealous because, you know, he used to spend all the time talking to her. Now, not only that somebody else is talking to her, she's talking about bringing some la-la. You know what I mean? So I felt like that's what it was. So I pinned the whole joint. So when I pin the whole joint, I pull up on my man. I say, yo, man, go holler at Delonte West and go tell me they need to holler at him ASAP, man. I was like, because I'm not getting no pack if he won't be touring around and do some old crap. I don't have time for this, bro. Like, this ain't no game right here. This is real deal action. I'm not wasting my homeboy time and ain't nothing gonna shake, man. Like, just make sure. He was like, nah, everything. He was like, what'd he do? I was like, man, this man came out and told Miss R, goddamn, like, you know what I mean? Called her the B word, talking about let the B breathe and all of this. Man was like, what? I was like, yeah, bro, you need to go holler at Delonte West and go see what the hell is going on, bro. He was like, man, I'm about to holler at him, man, you know what I mean? So he pushed over there after Delonte West finished hollering at the CEO, he peeled. You know what I mean? He started hollering at him. I see my bro hollering at him. He called me back by cell 12. They was back there. So I walked back there. First I seen when he got down. Little dude was there. I'm like, the hell little Steve's at? I spotted him. He was like by his cell. So I walked back by cell 12. Him and my homeboy was back there. Delonte West. So I walked back there. Dude was like, look, Weezy, you ain't gotta worry about it. Look, she bringing that for me. They ain't got nothing to do with him, to be honest with you. I just had told him straight up what was going on because I ain't want to play past him. I ain't want him to think that I was just trying to do him wrong because, you know, I just came in like, Shorty told me straight up, though, like last week, he said, Shorty told me straight up that she liked me. He was like, I ain't even had to say nothing. He said, she told me straight up that she liked me, man. She watching me the whole time, all of this. He was like, and guess who she told to tell me that? I was like, who? She said, she told Steve to come tell me that. I said, oh my God. I said, I know he was furious. I said, I know he was super mad. He said, man, I don't know because I was trying to read his face. He's like, his face was like, hey, bro. Hey, look, man, Miss R told me to tell you, man, she think you're cute, man. So, you know, I'm just giving you the message, man. I was like, so what you say? He was like, I was like, yo, I'm gonna holler at her tomorrow. He's like, but the whole time I was thinking that, like, how the hell I'm gonna accomplish this mission When I got jealous ass, got down the nigga Lil Steve sleeping in cell 1, y'all, so boom. And that was a good question, man. So like, we had to come to the round table, like without Steve. Like, you know, we talked right there, but like I started thinking more, and I was like, you know what? I said, man, listen. I told my homeboy, I said, yo, look, tell bro we need to talk. We hollered at him again. I said, yo, look, you might want to tell Shorty, man, goddamn, she might gotta goddamn get rid of Steve's dumb ass, so we ain't gonna be able to get no pack. And I'm sorry to be thinking sinister like that, but Steve just wasn't gonna let this run smooth. I knew he wasn't. I felt it, man. Like, this dude, I know when he's about to get on his BS. I went through it with him. Y'all did what I'm saying. I went through it with him. So I knew that this wasn't going to be a smooth ride. This wasn't going to be a smooth ride, man. So I'm like, man, you know what, man? I'm like, look, y'all need to let Miss R and tell her she need to goddamn, So I didn't know, while we was all the way in the back talking, I didn't know the dude that sleep in cell 11, John Rock was Steve's. I didn't know that. I found this out later. I didn't know this, y'all. I promise y'all, I didn't know this, man. You know what I mean? So I'm like, damn. So I'm giving him the play. Like, basically, I was the ringleader on, we got to get rid of Steve. Which was wild. And I'm so excited about getting this pack. I didn't even really think, like, to be quiet while I was talking. I didn't know why we was back by cell 12. Cell 11 was in the cell. He probably cut his TV down. He heard everything. He knew it was me or whatever the case. All I know is I didn't know that, that he was going to go back and tell Steve. So when Miss R finally came back to work, she went and hollered at bro, and bro told us that was a green light game. Like, look, just make it shake. So I was like, man, I'm going to get my man to holler at my people's man. My people's man going to take it to Miss R. So that was the play. So we put it together just like that. We made the play shake. The whole time we was orchestrating and making this play shake, I was looking up at the nigga goddamn Lil Steez, and that nigga just always was looking angry. Like, I didn't know why he was looking this angry. Like, now me and him used to be all right, but when I started walking past him now, he started looking at me like this, like, I wanted to say, come here. Boom. That's what I wanted to do to him, y'all. So boom. Because sometimes he get on my nerves, man. I'm just like, I wanted to choke slam him so bad, though, like Undertaker style, like, get him up out of here, man. But that's not how we gonna do it. Like, you gotta get strategic with it. That's why I told him to holler at Miss R. So when bro said he said something to Miss R, he said Miss R came back and was like, she agreed. She was like, she agreed that she needed to get him out of here. She just don't know how. You know what I mean? So it was like, what we gonna do? You know what I mean? So I was like, look, the pack is already about to touch my man people. So I was like, but she don't need to get this pack until we really know what the hell's gonna happen with bro. I said, because we can't tell bro the pack about to come. I said, but I know he gonna ask. I know he gonna ask, nigga. I said, bro, but he's gonna ask. He's gonna wanna know where the pack, you know what I mean? We still getting it. I said, look, y'all need to go ahead and be aware of that, you know what I mean? So he was like, Miss R said she gonna take care of the jump, man. I was like, man, all right, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. So we come back the next day. So the next day, man, you hear the police noise. The police come in. It's the unit manager again, and it's a CO. They come in. They come in the party. Look around. Miss R was working. They see Miss R. They go in the office with Miss R. They in that junk with the door closed, talking to her for a minute. You know what I mean? As soon as they finished talking to her, they told her to go on lunch. So when she dip out, next thing you know, you see them opening up cell 1. You seen goddamn Lil Steez coming out, putting on his tank top, looking like a goddamn a nigga that work in a circus. Goddamn, and this is where he was like. He walked to the office looking like a goddamn maniac. That's word. Get in the office, they talked to him, closed the door, boom. Miss R, they was talking to him so long. Miss R came back off lunch. When she come back off lunch, the unit manager was like, I'm standing by the phone being extra nosy because y'all already know I gotta watch everything. It's the Lala involved now. I'm like this. I ain't even on the phone. I'm like this. Hey man, you crazy, bro. Yeah, that's on wow, bro. So look, yeah, bro, when I come home, bro, we gonna do that. I'm gonna pull up, bro. You gotta show me around. I'm trying to come to Miami, bro, when I get out, bro. The whole time like this. I can't really hear the conversation. Thermal imagery. I look up, I see goddamn Lil Steez in the office like. I was like, man, I wonder what they talking about, y'all. So boom. I couldn't hear what they was talking about, man. The only thing I know is this, man. They came out the office, man. You seen Miss R and you seen Lil Steez come out. Then the unit manager left. And then he was stuck right there. And you seen Lil Steez kind of like still talking. He was talking to the lady. I see the nigga that looked like Delonte West. He's standing over there by the back, by the steps, just watching the whole jump too. So he got there, Steez finished talking to him. He was like, open up cell 1. So he let him in, boom. So Miss R did her rounds. You know what I mean? She did her rounds and shit. She got down, I guess old boy went back there to like cell 12 for nobody don't see him. When she do rounds, he can say something to her. So when she came back there, he seen her, he said something to her. After he said something to her, he pulled up on us after she did her round and kept it moving. Word, he came over there, we was at, he was like, hey man, You ain't gonna believe what she said, man. I was like, what the hell happened, bro? I was trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. He was like, man, she said that they ain't moving him. They said they ain't moving him. They said he's staying in his pod because the unit manager want him in his pod because he's safe over here in his pod. So they're not moving him. So he's not being able to move, man. She said, and guess what else? She said, Lil Steve told her when they came out of the jump. I was like, what? He was like, man, look, I know everybody from Norfolk don't want me to be in this pod when I get this pack. I ain't gonna say no names, but I know some dudes from Norfolk that don't want me in this pod. So, like, y'all even involve me in what was going on when ain't nobody getting no damn package. So I'm like, involve him in what's going on. Like, what do you think he getting a cut? This nigga ain't do nothing but look like he got a big ass fucking head for life. Like, what the hell you mean he want a cut? I'm like, yo, bro, I ain't got no cut for him. I was like, man, look, y'all need to holler at him, bro. Oh, look, bro, I said, yo, bro, my man, tell your people to get that back to my man, bro. He was like, nah, bro, we gonna get it, bro. Look, this throw him something. I was like, bro, listen, what you want me to throw him from Delonte West half? I said, what you want me to do, bro? He was like, man, look, this dude something for him, though, man. Look, you still trying to get the jump. Just don't let him cut off our whole package, bro. Like, we got the jump. I'm like, man, look, man. I'm like, yo, like, I promise y'all, man, I was having a bad feeling about this shit the whole time. I was having a bad feeling about this the whole time, man. But me being greedy, me loving the la-la, me wanting a situation because there won't nothing floating around, man. Man, I was thinking like, man, I need that package, y'all. So boom, I really needed it, man. I won't joke it. I needed it, man. So I'm like, yo, this jump crazy. I was like, man, I only jump. You gotta holler at Steve's, man. You know what I mean? I was like, man, dude was like, man, he just wants something. Just give him something. I'm like, all right, man, I'll give him something, man. So I seen him. I was like, yo, what's up, Steve? He was like, what's up? I'm like, look, what's up? You mad at me or something? He was like, what's up? I'm like, yo, bro, listen, all I'm saying is I heard you say you wanted some of the la-la. I was like, how much la-la you trying to get? He was like, half. I was like, bro, you can't get half, bro. I said, I'll break you in half. That's what I wanted to say, man. You freaking little psycho. I was like, no, you can't get half, bro. I'm already giving somebody half. He was like, well, I want half of what he get. I'm like, well, y'all work that out. I was like, he from your city. All I'm saying is I'm talking about what I can give you, bro. He said, what can you give me? I said, I'm gonna give you a few spoons. What you think, you getting weight? I said, you're not getting weight. I said, you did nothing. You did nothing, man, but be the guy that's in the damn way, to be honest with you, man. I said, and for real, Steve, man, like, if you're not trying to be involved in getting that package, man, or get some money like we trying to do, bro, you should bag back. I said, because right now, you just in the goddamn way, to be honest with you, man. He be like, look, I ain't in the way, but niggas ain't gonna push me out the way. That's what niggas ain't gonna do. See, everybody think, cause I'm little. See, he came back with that shit. I knew that shit was gonna resurface. That small man complex ass shit. Yo, I was tired of it, y'all. So boom. I knew that shit was gonna come back. He told me, see, because I'm little, everybody think they can just push me around and do everything. I'm going to do that my whole. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to hear that song and dance no more, bro. First of all, bro, like, I ain't got time for that shit. That's first off, man. But at the end of the day, bro, I don't have nothing like that for you, bro. I got a couple of spoons for you, bro. Yes or no? I'll tell my man to go back and get that shit, bro. I do not care. He was like, he grabbed his arm. He was like, all right, I'll take 2 spoons. I'll take 2 spoons. I was like, all right, man. He was like, hey, Weezy. I was like, what? He was like, he walked up on me, he was like, and he was like, right here. He was like, I know it was you. I was like, no, it was me that what? He was like, I know it was you. I looked down like, all right, man, you know what I mean? I walked away feeling stupid, though. I was like, man, this dude really know what happened, y'all. So boom. This was crazy. I'm like, this dude told me he knew it was me. So I'm like, man, forget it, man. So I went on to tell him, green light game, man. Let's get it, man. Let's get the pack. Let's get it over with. Let's make it happen, man. So that's what we did. That's what we did, man. I promise y'all, man. So we in the cell chilling. We waiting on Miss R to come. So we already knew she would come to work. The pack was going to come. Everything was copacetic, touchdown game. Everything was good. So we were just waiting for the pack to come. Man, I promise you, man, we was waiting for the pack to come. So we had to jump. I was like, man, this jump crazy, man. I was like, yo, I can't wait to get this. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. The next thing you know, man, you just heard the door open, like the slider door. So that made me get up and look. I come to the door and look. I'm like, I see the black dude coming in for shift change. You like, they had all this stuff, the walkie-talkie. I'm like, Miss I. I'm like, yo, ain't Miss I. I'm like, so he come do a round, boom, he do a round. Like, hey, look, you the only CO working? You like, yeah. I wanted to ask her, what was Miss I? I did. They popped the doors. Everybody came out except cell 1. Cell 1 was the only door that didn't open up. And I remember this. But you can actually hit the button and tell the lady in the booth, look, don't open my door when you hit all the doors. for a lot of reasons. It might be sleep or anything, like, and she won't do it. Man, I promise you, all the doors open up. I come down the stairs, I pin cell 1 wasn't open. That joint was locked. So I come downstairs, I see Delonte West and my man talking. I'm like, yo, look, what the hell is I, bro? He was like, I don't know. He was like, I don't know, man. That shit crazy, man. I don't know where the fuck she at. You know what I mean? So goddamn niggas in the pod like, man, that shit crazy. So everybody having a wreck. So they call lunch. We go to lunch. So we going to lunch. We see niggas from the other pods and niggas that was downstairs and all that shit. Niggas were like, yo, say word, they walked Miss all off this bitch, man. They were like, what? They were like, yeah, they walked her off. I was like, what you mean they walked her off? They were like, bro, they walked her off. She's out of here, bro. They was like, she got caught bringing some shit in here. And that was the only thing that usually happens when they say she got walked off. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, man. They were like, yeah. I was like, man, fuck, man. So we walk into the chat. I'm like, shit crazy, man. I was like, you know what? I said, man, I know who did this shit, man. I said, man, that nigga goddamn little Steve did this pussy ass shit, man. I said, that little motherfucker did that, man. I said, who the fuck else gonna tell on that lady, man? They go like, how you know somebody told? I said, man, cause somebody did. I said, how come when we came out, this nigga door was the only one that won't open it? I was like, man, you ain't see that shit? They go like, yeah, I seen this door was locked. I'm like, man, we pull up on that nigga when we get back. So we come back. You know what I mean? We wait for all the doors to open. Everybody come back in the pod. They pop all the doors. All the doors pop except cell 1. I promise you, all the doors pop except cell 1. I was like, what the fuck? I'm looking like this shit crazy. Like, damn. So we walked to his door. So Delonte West walked to his door. He's like, yo, Steve. You're like, what? Like, come to the door. So he come to the door. He like, you heard his flip-flops? What? Like, hey, man, what's up with you, man? Everything good? Like, yeah, why your door ain't opening up? I don't know. Like, man, look, man, we need to holler at you, man. He's like, I'll be out later. That's all he said. I was like, this little freaking psycho, man. I was like, all right, man. I went up the steps mad. I went up the steps super mad, y'all. That's my word. As soon as I get up the steps, you hear, hear the police noise, goddamn. Same unit manager come in. 2 COs and a sergeant. Locked down. We was like, yo, why we locking down? We about to go outside. They were like, lock down. Everybody locked down. Everybody locked down. Everybody locked down in this bitch. I was like, Lord, this shit crazy as a motherfucker, man. I promise you, man, everything. Them people came in that bitch, man. They pissed the top tier. Now, everybody from the top tier, goddamn, they had something. Me, Delonte West, my homeboy from Norfolk, was the only one that got away. Man, they came and pissed the whole top tier, man. This word, they pissed the whole top tier, man. They pissed the whole fucking top tier, man. They came through the next day. This nigga door never opened up, by the way. He never came the fuck out that whole rest of the day. But after they pissed us anyway, we was locked down anyway. But his door didn't open up for child and none of that shit. I wondered if they brought him a tray. Man, I promise you, man, them people got my dumb ass, man. They got they got me, my other homeboy, they got Delonte West, they got everybody. Niggas went down for the Dirty Young gang, y'all. I was like, man, I was the whole time, I'm packing my shit to go. I'm like, yo, like, for real, I know this little nigga mastermind this shit, man. I know he did, man. I know this nigga mastermind this shit. This shit was crazy. I never could prove it, but I know he did. But I went to the fucking hole. I went to the hole, y'all. Me, Delonte West, everybody went to the hole. Word got back that somebody definitely dropped a note on his you know what I mean? Nobody could prove it. Nobody knew who did it. You know what I mean? Little time went on. Fast forward the tape a little bit, y'all. Little time went on, man. Fast forward the tape a little bit, man. And I am in 3D. I'm working in 3D. I got the job where I can go from pod to pod. Y'all know 3D is the only population pod. Man, I promise y'all, man, I go downstairs to 3A one day and I seen Lil Steve, man. I promise you, man, they had that little nigga in cell too. And I seen that nigga, I was like, when I seen him in the hole, I was like, what the fuck you doing in the hole? I thought he was immortal. I was like, what you doing in the hole? He was like, they trying to say I try to write the CO a letter. That's what they trying to say. I try to write a letter to the CO. He kept moving like this at the door. He looking like super short. He like this door right here on his face. He like, they trying to say I try to write a CO a letter. I think they gonna shit me now. Yeah. I'm like, yo, man, look, real shit though, man. I was like, man, I ain't seen your ass in like 2 years, man. I was like, look though. I said, man, on some real shit though, man. I was like, man, you fucked that pack up, didn't you, man? I said, you know, I lost the whole, I had to pay my man back for not even getting the pack, bro. I said, you did that shit, didn't you, Steve? Steve was like, fuck y'all. I was like, what? He was like, fuck all y'all. I said, nigga, fuck you. He was like, yeah, y'all motherfuckers think y'all can beat everybody with these. He said, y'all smart at all, you tall motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what I did, yeah. No package, motherfucker. I was like, nigga, fuck you, nigga. He was like, get the fuck away from my door if I throw some shit on you. I said, nigga, I wish you would, nigga. Fuck wrong with you, nigga. I said, I'll come back and throw some back on your ass, nigga. Fuck wrong with you. I'll be the one to clean this shit up. Hell is wrong with you, nigga? He was like, fuck you. I said, nigga, fuck you, you little short bastard. That's word. I was like, man, those were my last words to that nigga, man. I ain't even never go back down to that pod because of him. Because I really didn't trust him. I was like, man, this nigga the cops, man. My word, man. But that was the last time I saw Steve, man. He was out of here. I ain't seen him no more on the compound, man. But I knew for a fact he did it. He admitted it. He admitted he got us like that, man. But that's what happens, man, when a nigga got a small man complex, man. You go through maniac shit, man. Every time, y'all. But that was a crazy situation. That's the end of the damn story, though. Man, I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Y'all know the count, man. You got to be out here if you want to live with your family every day. You can't be in jail. You can't be getting in trouble. You can't be out here sliding, wasting your life. You got to be out here with your family every day of the week, man. So make that your goal, man, to stay out here with your family, y'all. Period. But y'all already know what it is, man. This was a bonus banger. So what I need y'all to do this one. Like, share, subscribe. This one, y'all. Let's go. But be safe out there, y'all, and stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments can pay for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes.